Laila Ali versus Ronda Rousey? I don't think so, but a lot has built up around Muhammad Ali's daughter, Laila Ali, Ronda Rousey, the Bantamweight UFC champion who finished off Cat Zingano in 14 seconds. Of course, Dana White had his words to say. Thanks to TMZ Sports. As always, we get to use their video content. We have 3 great videos. We're going to start off first with what Laila Ali had to say regarding Ronda Rousey, and this is from about 2 weeks ago, so let's take a look.
You know,
I'm about to get in the car soon, so you better...
Do you think Ronda Rousey, would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
That's like a question I'm not even going to answer because, for one, I'm not a UFC fighter, she's not a boxer, and no woman can beat me, period. No woman, period.
Not even Ronda?
Of course not. She's too much smaller than me anyway. She's like the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old.
Thanks, Laila. You're a sweetheart. Thank you.
Fighting words. Not surprising to see any Ali family member ever throwing out the fighting words. They're a cocky family. Biggest fan of that family in general. Muhammad Ali, one of my favorite athletes to ever exist. Laila Ali, 24-0 in her boxing career, 21 knockouts. Obviously got some skills from her father on that one. But Laila Ali had to say that she thinks that no woman could ever beat her. But what does Ronda Rousey have to say to that? Well, let's take a look.
Well, Laila Ali obviously said the comment said she would actually, saying she could beat you. There's a Texas cheerleader said that she's a boxer, said that she'd love to take you on. With any chance that you would go into boxing and fight, how do you think you would do against these girls in boxing? Would you go into boxing to fight these girls, or
honestly,
honestly,
I think I could beat them all boxing too.
Really?
To be honest, but I'm an Olympic athlete, and I would want time to focus on that entirely. But if I can go from judo to MMA, why couldn't I go from MMA to boxing? And I think that having that kind of belief in yourself is really important to be the kind of level that I'm trying to be. And I think a lot of people are really offended by the mindset that it takes to be the best in the world. Just because I think I could be the best in the world in anything, that's not offending anyone and insulting anyone. I wasn't insulted by Laila Ali thinking that she could beat me because she's a world champion boxer. That's the way that she has to think. I'm not insulted by it at all. I'm like, good for you. You should think like that.
Well, she says you're smaller. Do you think that would play into it? Do you think you could beat her with the height advantage and the reach advantage, I guess? For her?
I come from judo, which is, it's all about using someone's weight and strength against them. So, no, it's not an advantage at all. Actually, the stronger and bigger the person is, the harder they fall, literally.
So, Ronda Rousey also thinks that no woman could beat her. This is heating up. This is boiling up. I would love to see this fight. I think Laila versus Ronda would be the other fight of the century, because we already have one on May 2nd. Maybe on May 3rd. We could have the greatest weekend in fighting history. Again, I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to get to what Laila Ali had to say on today's ESPN in the morning. But before we even get there, Dana White, of course, very vocal guy, also had some thoughts regarding Laila versus Ronda. Let's take a look at that as well.
What do you think about the whole Laila Ali calling out, Rousey? She's pretty much the best fighter in the UFC women's. What do you think about that?
I love it. She's actually the best fighter in the world, is what she is. Laila Ali would be in big trouble against Ronda Rousey. Laila, if you're serious, call me.
Okay, yeah, that was my question. I mean, it's something that you would consider, definitely putting it together.
If she wants it, she'll get it. Call me.
She actually told us that she has an advantage because she's a little taller and she's a little bit bigger. Do you think that's a fair advantage against Rousey?
No disrespect to Laila, but she'd be in the 14-second range.
So as you can see from that video, Dana White is open to a Laila Ali versus Ronda Rousey fight. Just dial him up, give him a call, make it happen. Fight of the Century Part 2, it would be amazing. But as we heard earlier today, Laila Ali went on ESPN. She was talking about how she's 24-0, 21 knockouts in her career. My God, that is a terrifying woman. We already have Ronda Rousey, who had the 14-second submission against Cat Zingano. But what Laila had to offer was she is a light heavyweight fighter in boxing. Ronda Rousey is a bantamweight fighter in the UFC. They're two very different sports, and while boxing crosses over to both ends of it, of course, the wrestling submission, the MMA portion of that does not cross over. So Laila Ali left the storylines open. She said anything is possible, but I truly don't believe this is going to happen. Wait, I've said that before. I truly believe that Mayweather-Pacquiao wouldn't happen. So let's see. Anything can really happen. Again, thanks to TMZ Sports for letting us use their video content. As always, thanks for watching. Leave your comments in the comment section below. We want to hear them. Do you think Laila Ali versus Ronda Rousey will ever happen? Let us know. Don't forget to subscribe.